a crap sandwich outside. We only got about 4 or 5 inches of snow, but soon the weather is supposed to pick up and the wind's supposed to kick in at about 40 or 50 miles an hour. It's supposed to be a severe storm, so we're getting ready for possible power outages and whatnot. And if that happens, like last time, it went out for 3 days because the storm was so severe it knocked trees down everywhere. But if that happens, we'll just go downstairs, get the gas fireplace going, and we'll just hang out down there. But since all that crap's been cleared up from the last storm, we shouldn't have that problem. But how's it going, everybody? Todd, the Cheap Drums guy, up here in the frozen north. But I have a number of drum heads that I've gotten from my used drums that I bought, and my snare drums. And I don't want to get rid of the heads. You know, there's always something you can use those old heads for, but I want to keep them and retain them as, you know, spare heads. So we're going to try a little bit something today and see how well they clean up. We're going to use Mr. Clean Magic Eraser, because I have like these Remo heads. I have quite a bit of Remo heads. They're a popular drum head, but these heads are in pretty darn good shape, so I want to see what they can do. Now, before I play, I usually clean my drums, and afterwards, when I'm done finished playing, I clean them again. And because I don't want to see stuff like this on my drum heads. They're usually coated Emperor, and this one, despite its look, is actually in really good shape. It's really not worn too smooth, that rough texture. It's actually really good. It's just very dirty. And here's one that I really wanted to get clean and see how it turned out. This is a Premier SD Heavy. It's a Premier head. And it's old, it's filthy, but it's still in good shape. It's not caved in or not warped in any way, so I'll see what I can do. And here's the Evans HD Dry that came off that 13x4 SPL snare drum, and it's in good condition, except someone had a piece of tape down in the middle of it, looks like. And here's the Evans Level 360 that was on that Ludwig snare, and I want to get this one cleaned up. It's HD Dry. You can tell by all the holes that are in it, and I really like these heads. These are really neat. They do offer a drier sound to the snare, but it cuts back on a lot of that overtones and stuff. So let's see what we can do with these, eh? Yeah, that's what she thinks, but not me. So we'll see you in a second. Hi guys, and we're back. Well, after a little bit of scrubbing with the Magic Eraser, this is what we came up with. Now, after I had scrubbed them all, I took them into the bathroom and broke out my wife's brand new hairdryer again. I seem to use it more than she does now. But the heads came out pretty clean. The Evans, for some reason, I'm not saying that they're better than the Remos, but the Evans seem to come out a lot cleaner than the Remos did. And these two HD Dries are in great shape. The Remo, see, quite a bit of the dirt and the dust was still on there. Some of these turned out pretty decent though. I got another spare set of Remo heads now for any new drum set I get. And they're in pretty decent shape. Unfortunately, although the Premier SD Heavy batter did clean up really well, it still didn't come clean enough. And then when I used the hairdryer on it to try to smooth out the head, that turned out pretty good. The head's in so reasonable shape. If you're using it for practice, it'd be okay, but as for regular play, I probably wouldn't use it. But this is the one that I used for that snare tuning video. And big old 16-inch came out beautiful. I should have took off the Phalum slams, but I opted to leave them on there for now because I have no place else to put them for now. And then this 16, this one is kind of worn pretty good. You just got to remember when you use the magic erasers that you don't scrub too hard. And while I was scrubbing, there was little bits, not unlike sand, and I didn't know if that was a magic eraser coming apart or the coating on the heads. The heads are all still real rough, so maybe it's a little bit of both. But anyways, that's what I did today, cleaning up these drum heads. And again, I really wish that Premier Heavy would have came out better. But my favorite heads, which are the Evans, came out really good. And it's not that it's new, but that HD Dry 13-inch and the HD Dry Level 360 14-inch came out beautiful. But anyways, I'm Todd the Cheap Drums Guy. You guys have a good day and be safe out there.